Welcome back to all. Today we will understand about our chapter number 4 of your class 8 chemistry, that is material, non-metal and metal. Before starting this chapter, we should know about the meaning of matter first. So what's the meaning of matter here? Anything which occupies space and having a mass. Like if we see this marker also having a mass and this marker also takes space. So this is also the example of matter. This blackboard also the example of matter. Duster, anything, chair, table, all are come under the matter. So these all are the example of our matter. So matter further classified into 3 types on the base of the properties is be taken by them. So first of all we discussed about the meaning of element, and in this chapter we have only discussed about the different type of element which we are used in our daily life. So here these are the purest form of the purest form of the element, purest form of the matter present in our surrounding. So this purest form of the element, these are 118 in number. 118 elements present in our earth crust, and in this 118 element 92 are the metals and other are the non-metal and metalloids. So this 118 element present in our earth crust, so on the base of the property, either that is physical property or the chemical property, this element classified further into 3 main parts: metal, non-metal and metalloids. So one by one we discuss about the physical property and chemical properties of the metal and non-metal. And the meaning of metalloid here, these are have chemical and physical property in between metal and non-metal, but in detail we are not discuss about the metalloid here in this chapter number 4. But just we discuss about the physical and chemical properties of metal and non-metal in this chapter, and today video we just discuss about the physical properties of the metal and non-metal. So here if we start the concept from the physical properties of metal and non-metal, before this you must clear about the meaning of element here. The purest form of the matter is known as element. That 118 element present in our earth crust, and this 118 element, the 92 elements are the metal and other are the non-metal and metalloids. So starting from the physical properties of the metal and non-metal. So before starting this chapter, all one see many type of substances like metal, non-metal in your surrounding. So like if you all one see iron, all one see copper, wire also, many things in our daily life we use as we use metal, and like this metal also we use in our daily life, non-metal also we use in our daily life. Like diamond, this is also the example of non-metal. Graphite, the pencil which we use, which made from the graphite, this is also the example of non-metal. So many things in our surrounding we use metal and non-metal in our daily life. So we are must familiar about the metal and non-metal in our daily life. So but this is very important concept of our 8th class. You all must know about the physical properties of the metal and non-metal. What do you mean by the physical property? If I have this duster in my hand, and then what is the color of this duster, what is the form, either it is solid form, liquid form, and the gaseous form, either it is be having a luster, it is have a more density, low density, poor conductor of electricity, good conductor of electricity. All one is the physical property which you will judge to see this only. So if we discuss about the chemical property, it's not be able to be know about the concept of chemical property without the use of chemicals. If we want to be know about the chemical property, not for seeing to any subject, we are not judge about the chemical properties of any non-metal and metal. For know about the chemical properties of metal and non-metal, it's very important to be reaction of this metal or non-metal with that substance from which we want to be know about the chemical properties of metal and non-metal. Means if we discuss about the reaction of the water with iron, you all know when iron react with water, then rust occur. So like this, these all are the chemical properties. So it's it must be clear to you all of you before starting our concept कि what's the mean of physical property here and what's the mean of chemical property here. learn about this concept. So everything you must be clear about the physical properties now. So here first we discuss about the physical properties of metal also and non-metal also. So you students please learn this concept and you will see this concept in an interesting manner. You will capture this easily. So starting from, if I take this duster in my hand, what I see in this first, what is the physical state of this? Either it is solid state, it is liquid state, or it is gas state. Which state is of this duster? This is solid in state. So generally we write the first physical property here. Physical state. And one side I write here metal because we do these properties of the metal and non-metal in a comparative form. So here one side I write the metal and one side I write the non-metal, and here I write the property, physical property. Okay. And then we discuss about all the physical properties in this chapter. Okay. Now first property is a physical state. What do you mean by physical state? In which form it is present on earth? Either it is solid form, liquid form, or gaseous form. Whoever know about the solid now, liquid also and gas also, like milk is the in which state present in our life? That is be in a liquid state. Petrol in a liquid state. If we discuss about the gas, oxygen gas, nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, all the gases are present in gas state. Solid, there are many things, duster also, blackboard also, marker also, all one are in a solid state. So first we discuss about the physical state of the metal and non-metal. Generally metals are solid in state. Why I use generally here? Because there are some exceptions here also. Some are the liquid also, but no metal is in gaseous form in our earth crust. So which metal is present in liquid in state? That is mercury. And you all know about mercury now. Mercury is present in our thermometer, which we use at home now. So this thermometer is made from the mercury metal. So mercury is very important metal, and this is liquid state. Liquid in state present in our earth crust. So this is the metal only which is present in liquid in state on our earth crust. And then we discuss about the non-metal. Generally non-metals are present solid in and liquid in state. Solid and gaseous in state. Gas form and solid form mean in which these non-metals are present. If we discuss about the solid form of the non-metal, diamond, graphite, pencil stick. So these are the non-metal and these are always solid in state. If we discuss about the gaseous state, nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen all are come under the non-metal and they are gases in state. And third one state is liquid state. This is the exception of these two non-metal. All the metals generally in state of solid and gases, but one non-metal which is be present in liquid state, that is bromine. Bromine non-metal which is present in liquid in state in earth. So here I repeat once again about the physical property of metal. Generally metals are the solid in state, but one metal is be liquid in state, that is mercury. And if we discuss about the non-metal, so non-metal mostly are in form of solid and gas. Solid form in diamond and graphite, and gases form in nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, and in liquid form bromine are present in our earth crust. After this we will discuss about the second property of the metal and non-metal here. What the metal and non-metal. So second property we discussed here about the metal and non-metal, that is luster. What do you mean by the luster? Anything have a shine. So if we see this duster, is it have a shine? I don't think so. It has a shine. No shine is there, no. So this is come under the non-metal. Plastic is also come under the non-metal. Wood is also come under the non-metal. But if we discuss about any like this ring in my hand, this is copper. Copper is a shine. So here the shining is present in this ring, no. So this is come under the metal. So copper, iron, all one have a luster. So it means is metal also, in case of non-metal also. How we judge it is metal or non-metal? From its shiny appearance. If this have a shine, that is metal. If this have no shine, that is non-metal. But here is the one exception. Here non-metal generally are non-lustrous. Non-metals are non-lustrous. But one metal, that is graphite. Okay, graphite, from graphite which is made in our daily life, that is pencil. Pencil you see na, pencil no, that have a shine. So from which it made? This metal is that metal which have a, this non-metal have a that metal which have a shine only. But other than this graphite, all the non-metals are the non-lustrous. So here we discuss about first two properties of physical properties of metal and non-metal. First one is the state either it is solid, liquid or gas. Then second one is the lustrous, everything having a shine, that is known as lustrous. Lustrous. Metal have a shiny and non-metal have a non-lustrous. Or only graphite have a non-metal which have a luster present. So after this we discuss about the third property of the metal and non-metal. Third property of metal and non-metal. So the third property which we discussed in this chapter, that is your malleability. What do you mean by malleability? This is very important term coming in your 8th class. It is very important term. So here the meaning of malleability, first I write here the property of the metal to be converted into fine sheets after beating. What do you mean by this term? That in this malleability is the property of the metal that is present only in the case of metals. It means the property of metal which it is able to be converted into a fine sheet, like you all see in your daily life. Aluminium for you see na, which is used for having food na. So this is the example of metal, because aluminium is the example of metal na. So in which form we use this aluminium? In the form of sheet. And in many streets also, like Kaju Katli and Rasgulla also, you see this very fine covering, aluminium covering, silver covering present in outermost silver covering present in our sweets. Rasgulla also and Kaju Katli also, that is also in a which form of the metal? Malleability form of the metal. Means it be changed, converted into which form? In sheet form. So this property is very important. There are very used in our daily life of this property of metal. So metals have a malleability. Malleability means it is be changed into a fine sheets, and these fine sheets we used in our daily life in various purpose. And these non-metals are the non-malleable. So means in this case of metals, malleability is not be, non-metals malleability is not be present. So on the basis of this property also, metals have a malleability but non-metal have no malleability. Means metal have a capability to change into a sheets, but non-metal have no capability to change into a sheets. If we write the example here also, you write very easy example here, aluminium sheets which we use, aluminium wrapper which we use in our daily life, which is made from the metal. Which metal? Aluminium metal. And which property is used here to be made this aluminium wrapper? This is malleability. So this malleability is very important property, physical property in case of metal. Now fourth one is very important, that is the ductility. What do you mean by the ductility? Here we convert the metal into a fine sheets after beating. Beating means हमने उसको beat किया, फिर उससे क्या बनाई? Sheets बनाए. Now ductility का means what do you mean by ductility here? It means the property of metals to change into wires. What do you mean by wires here? You all see copper wire na, which you use in electricity. Electric wire you use in your daily life na, that is made from the copper. So this copper wire is also a very important property of metal properties of the in case of metal it will be changed. In which property is used to be change this metal into a wire, that is ductility. So ductility also present in case of metals, but in case of non-metal no ductility is present. So these metals are the ductile, and the non-metals are the non-ductile. So means non-metals have no capability to be changed into wire. Like if you can you see the wire which is made from the plastic? No, we are not seeing this type of wire. Can you see the wire which is made from the wood? No any wire which is made from the wood. So here the ductility, malleability, both properties are present in case of metals only. In case of non-metal, now no malleability present. In case of non-metal, no ductility present. Now fifth property we have discussed here about the fifth property we here discuss, that is conductor of heat and electricity. So what do you mean by the conductor of heat and electricity? At a time also I give example of copper wire. What is the work done by copper wire? To produce electricity. So in which case conducting of heat and electricity occur? In case of metal. Which metals mostly which have a good conductor of electricity? That is copper and silver. But this silver is very costly metal, you all know, which we use in to make our ornaments. But here this copper wire is mostly used. Copper is used mostly to be as a good conductor of heat and electricity. It is be used to make a copper wire. So because of the property of good conductor of heat and electricity, we used in electricity to make electric wire. This copper is used because of the metals are the good conductor of electricity and heat and electricity. And you all see what is the wrapping of outer covering of our copper wire? That is made from the plastic. And why this is made from the plastic? Because this plastic is the example of our non-metal, and because of these properties of the plastic, because of this non-metal, this is be used as a wrapping of this copper wire, because that plastic is a bad conductor of heat and electricity. So this is very important concept here. Because of this very important characteristics of the metal, that is the conductor of heat and electricity. This is very important, and here who one is the more conductor of the heat and electricity? First one is silver come under the category which have a highest conductor of heat and electricity, and but in non-metal only graphite having a good conductor of electricity, but other non-metals are bad conductor of electricity. Okay, got it. Now here metals are good conductor of heat and electricity. Okay. So on the base of the conduction of the heat and electricity, metals are always good conductor of heat and electricity, and non-metals are the poor conductor of electricity. So that's why these metals are used to make a copper wire, and this non-metal are used to make a covering of this copper wire, that is plastic. So plastic is the example of our non-metal. So after this property, this conductor of heat and electricity, our sixth property here, that is sonorous. What do you mean by sonorous? Anything which produce sound. And in which case you see the sound production in case of always metal. If we see this here, if I take this marker in my hand and here this duster, I beat it, this is not produce sound. No sound, more sound is come here. So if we take any metal like a utensil you use at home, so if one utensil is tried with the second utensil, but you see this produces a sound. So mostly this sonorous property is also present in case of metals. Metals are the sonorous capability, means metal have a capability sound, but non-metal have no capability to produce sound. If two plastic things are being strike with each other, they not produce any sound. If two wood things are being strike with each other, they also not produce sound. So these properties of being producing sound only present in this case of metal, not in case of non-metal. So metals are the sonorous. Metals are the sonorous, and non-metals are the non-sonorous. So this also completes six property also complete. Now we discuss about the seventh property of the physical property of metal and non-metal. The seventh physical property of metal and non-metal is melting point and boiling point. What do you mean by melting point and boiling point? That temperature is used to be melt any metal or non-metal, and the boil any metal and non-metal. So melting point and boiling point. So always the melting point and boiling point in case of metal are high. So metals are high melting and boiling point. High melting and boiling point. And now second one, non-metals are low melting and boiling point. Okay. So after this property of metal having a high melting and boiling point, and non-metal have a low melting and boiling point, our eighth property, that is a density. That is density. What do you mean by the density? It is related to the mass of the metal or non-metal. So here density means, in which case density mostly are more in case of solid substances, no? And which are the main solid substances generally are solids? It is also metals. So density also more in case of metals. Okay, and non-metals have a low density. So density also be low in case of non-metal, and in case of metal densities are high. Now ninth one, it be cut easily or not. What do you mean by cut easily or not? Mostly all the metals are hard, no? Hardness present in case of metal, but the non-metal is not more hard than the non-metals are not more hard than the metals. In case of both metal and non-metal, one is more harder, metals, because iron, copper, steel, all one are more harder than the plastic, non-metals. So hardness is present in case of metal, but so in which case this is not be cut easily with knife. These are the metals, but here also two metals which have easily cut with knife, that is sodium and potassium. Sodium and potassium have only two metals which is cut with knife also, but other metals are harder. This is not able to cut with knife. Is it easy to be cut iron with knife? Not easy. If it is easy to be copper cut with a knife, this is also not easy because they all are the hard. But this sodium and potassium also only have a capability to be cut with knife. And these non-metals are mostly soft. Okay. So this is the property of hardness here. Cut easily or not with knife. This is the property of hardness here. Hardness, in this hardness, metals are more harder than the non-metals. So these all are the very important physical properties of in case of metals and in case of non-metal. Here we discuss about all these 9 properties which we discussed in this chapter. That is all the property which we just capable to be judged as the element on to be seen only. Either it is the solid, either it is the having a luster, high conductor of heat and density, malleability, ductility, sonorous, high melting and boiling point, the hardness present or not. All we judge to in case of metal and non-metal. Only we see this metal and non-metal. Not need to be any reaction here, chemical reaction here. So this all these properties are come under the physical property. Means we, if I standing here, then you just judge me ki what is my appearance, what is the hairstyle, what is the color of my skin, what is and this type of things you will just see me and you will be judge about me. This come under the physical property. But if we discuss about the chemical properties, means all the systems like digestive system, respiratory system, you know don't know what type of reactions inside in our body. So this is not be able to judge. If I standing here, you not be judge me ki like I have any disorder, means I have any disease or not have any disease. So this is be based on our chemical properties of our all the systems present in our body. But if we discuss about any person like just standing in front of you and you just write the physical properties of that person, so means this is come under your physical property, not come under your chemical property. And now we discuss our further concept about to be continue this chapter about to more know about the chemical properties of the metal and non-metal. In your this chapter number 4, you have only these two properties of two elements here, metals and non-metal metals. And here first we discuss about the physical properties in this video, and now I am coming back in front of you to be learned about our second concept, that is our chemical properties of the metals and non-metals. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.